In the quiet corners of our world, far from the public eye, there are rooms filled with a strange silence. These are not ordinary rooms. They are laboratories. Inside, behind sterile doors and under the hum of fluorescent lights, live animals. They live their entire lives within these walls. We share our homes and our lives with dogs and cats. We call them family. They offer us companionship, loyalty, unconditional love. But for some, this relationship is very different. For thousands of dogs and cats, the world is a cage. Their lives are dedicated not to play, but to science. This is a story that unfolds in the shadows, a story of sacrifice that most of us never see or even consider. This practice is not new. For centuries, humans have looked to animals to understand the workings of the living body. From the earliest physicians in ancient Greece to the pioneers of modern medicine, animals have been our silent partners in discovery. This journey of knowledge has been paved with profound breakthroughs. We have developed vaccines that save millions. We have created treatments for once fatal diseases. Yet this progress has come at a cost paid by countless creatures. The history of animal testing is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of scientific ambition, human desperation, and a deep ethical dilemma that continues to challenge us to this day. It is a history that asks us to weigh the value of life itself. The animals chosen for this hidden world are often the very breeds we welcome into our homes. The beagle, with its gentle nature and trusting eyes, is a common sight in laboratories. Similarly, domestic short-hair cats, chosen for their genetic consistency and manageable size, are also frequently used. They are born into a world where human contact is not about affection, but about procedure and observation. We live in an age of incredible technological advancement. We can edit genes, build artificial organs, and model complex biological systems on computers. With these new tools at our disposal, must we continue to rely on the use of living, breathing, feeling beings? This is the central conflict we must explore. It is a journey into the hidden lives of these animals, a quest to understand the truth behind the closed doors of the laboratory. Our story begins not in a modern, sterile facility, but in the ancient world. The practice of using animals to understand the body, known as vivisection, has roots that stretch back thousands of years. Alcmaeon of Croton, Aristotle. They performed dissections on animals to explore anatomy and physiology. They believed studying animals could unlock human secrets. Human dissection was a powerful taboo, so animals became the stand-ins. The Roman Empire continued this practice. Galen of Pergamon, his experiments on pigs and primates, he showed arteries carried blood, not air. He mapped key nervous system functions, but that knowledge was built on immense animal suffering. Procedures were crude. They were done without anesthesia. As the world moved into the Age of Enlightenment, the debate ignited. René Descartes argued animals were machines. Yet dissenting voices like Voltaire and Jeremy Bentham rose, questioning the morality of inflicting pain. The 19th century marked a pivotal turning point. Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch used animals to develop the germ theory of disease. This led to vaccines for rabies and anthrax that saved countless human and animal lives. This era saw the birth of the modern laboratory. With the rise of the pharmaceutical industry, demand for animal testing exploded. Developing and standardizing animal models became its own science. Researchers began selectively breeding mice and rats for specific traits, turning them into specialized, living scientific instruments. This industrialization prompted the first laws to govern animal research. The UK's Cruelty to Animals Act of 1876 was the first, introducing licensing, inspection, and requiring anesthesia where possible. When we picture a dog in a laboratory, one breed often comes to mind: the beagle. The primary trait that makes them so desirable is their temperament. Beagles are famously docile, gentle, and eager to please. Their trusting nature, a quality that makes them such beloved family pets, is tragically the very thing that makes them a perfect subject for the difficult environment of a research laboratory. Beyond their gentle disposition, their physical size is another key factor. They are large enough for procedures, but small enough to house and feed economically. Another critical element is their uniformity. Beagles used in research are sourced from specialized breeders, providing animals that are genetically similar. The dogs are essentially standardized products, bred to deliver predictable data. Finally, beagles are pack animals. Their natural sociability allows for more efficient housing arrangements compared to more solitary breeds. They are chosen not out of malice, but out of a cold, pragmatic calculation of scientific and logistical needs. Their lives defined by their utility. While dogs like the beagle often dominate the public consciousness regarding animal testing, cats are also used extensively in biomedical research. Cats are valuable in specific fields because of unique physiology. They have long been preferred for neurological research, as their brain structure and highly developed visual cortex share similarities with humans. Cats are also used in infectious disease research. Feline immunodeficiency virus, or FIV, functions similarly to HIV, serving as a model for antiretroviral therapies and potential vaccines. Their natural behaviors, to climb, hunt, explore, and interact on their own terms, are suppressed. They become living data points, their lives dedicated to answering scientific questions they can never understand. When an animal enters a laboratory, its fate is often determined by the industry it serves. Cosmetic testing is focused on ensuring the safety of products designed for human enhancement and vanity: shampoos, lotions, lipsticks, fragrances. In contrast, medical testing serves a fundamentally different purpose. Here, the goal is to save lives and alleviate suffering from diseases like cancer, heart disease, and neurological disorders. The research is not about creating a new shade of eyeshadow, but about finding a cure for Alzheimer's or a vaccine for a pandemic. The Draize test, developed in the 1940s, became a symbol of cosmetic testing cruelty. The eye test involved placing a substance into a conscious animal's eye to observe for damage, often causing intense pain. The procedure was widely condemned and galvanized public opinion, fueling campaigns for humane alternatives. The backlash spurred scientific progress, leading to non-animal methods that laid the groundwork for modern alternative testing. In medicine, beagles become essential models for cardiovascular research, used to test new pacemakers and develop heart bypass techniques. Cats play a critical role in neurological science, where researchers induce conditions like strokes or spinal cord injuries to test therapies aimed at restoring function. In drug development, beagles are given daily doses of a new drug for months or even years to monitor for long-term toxicity, a legally mandated safety check. The ethical calculus here is fraught with complexity, forcing a direct comparison between the value of a human life and that of a dog or cat, a moral equation with no easy answer. The world of animal testing is not governed by a single universal law. Instead, it is a complex patchwork of national and regional regulations. What is strictly forbidden in one country may be actively required in another. This disparity lies at the heart of the international debate. The European Union has positioned itself as a global leader in the movement to replace animal testing. Its journey was deliberate, culminating in a complete sales ban in 2013, meaning no cosmetics sold in the EU can have been tested on animals, anywhere in the world. But the EU's stance is not without complexities. A chemical regulation known as REACH has sometimes forced new animal tests for ingredients to ensure worker and environmental safety, creating a controversial loophole. The legal landscape in the United States has historically been more permissive of animal testing. The primary law, the Animal Welfare Act, sets minimum standards, but does not prohibit tests and excludes the vast majority of animals used, like rats and mice. However, the tide is turning. Numerous states have passed their own sales bans, and bipartisan federal legislation has been repeatedly introduced. The most monumental shift occurred in late 2022 with the passage of the FDA Modernization Act 2.0. This landmark law removes the federal mandate for animal testing for new drugs, giving sponsors the option to use modern, human-relevant alternatives. For many years, China stood as a major outlier, requiring all imported cosmetics to undergo animal testing. In a series of significant reforms, China has begun to dismantle these requirements. A breakthrough in 2021 exempted imported ordinary cosmetics from animal tests. Complexities remain. The exemptions do not apply to special-use cosmetics like hair dyes and sunscreens, and authorities reserve the right to conduct post-market testing. Beyond the statistics and the sterile laboratory walls, there are individual lives. For a fortunate few, that story does not end in the lab. A dog that has only ever known a metal cage must learn what it means to walk on grass. A cat that has never been held with affection must learn to trust a human hand. Slowly, tentatively, they begin to change. These survivors teach us a powerful lesson. They show us an incredible capacity to heal, to trust, and to love. The most powerful argument against the necessity of animal testing is not an ethical one, but a scientific one. This new science is based on a simple but radical idea. To learn about humans, we should study human biology. This is the world of in vitro testing, organs on chips, and in silico models. They are not just about replacing animals. They are about upgrading our science to be more effective, more efficient, and more ethically sound. These shifts are the result of decades of work by dedicated organizations. They operate on multiple fronts: public awareness, corporate negotiations, and legislative lobbying. At the same time, scientific groups are championing the cause from within, building the bridge to the future by demonstrating that humane science is better science. As we stand at this crossroads, between the science of the past and the technology of the future, we are presented with a choice. It is a choice made every day by scientists, lawmakers, and consumers. These individual choices, when multiplied by millions, have the power to shape markets and change laws. In the end, how we treat the most vulnerable among us is a measure of our own humanity. The dogs and cats in laboratories are entirely at our mercy. Do we want to be a species that takes what it needs, no matter the cost? Or do we want to be a species that uses its intelligence and compassion to find a better, kinder way? The future is not yet written. The cages are not yet empty. The choice, now more than ever, is ours to make.